Yeah, good morning YouTube. So I really like this distilled water dispenser up here. So I decided to add a second shelf. So I want to have a dispenser for this Kool Mist 77 that I use on my bandsaw. So this is what you mix up your cooling and lubricating waters. Anyway, I decided I would just pick up another one of these water dispensers and put a shelf up there. The neat thing is the piece of wood that I used was exactly twice as long as it needed to be. So this piece here is the piece I cut off when I made that one, and I had two more of the angle brackets. So I just made this one to fit right next to it. So I just added this piece of wood along the side for a little extra security so that the bottle won't slide off of there if there's an earthquake or something. When I mix up the coolant for the bandsaw, I bring another gallon jug in here. So then I'll take my measuring cup and I pour half a cup of that in here, pour that in the other bottle, then I'll fill the gallon bottle, and then I got to put this away, and then the next week I take this out and repeat. With the dispenser, I should just be able to fill this, pour it into the bottle, fill the bottle, and I'm done. I rinse this out, put it back up here. One thing I did was I labeled the dispenser, so it's the Kool Mist 77. I got my mix ratio there. And so now I'm just going to go ahead and pour this in here. Yeah, that should do it. And put my top on. Yeah, I'll probably order another gallon of this and put in here. So that's an advantage of having a little more capacity in the container than you typically use. And let's just check. Get that over the top and down. This one is leaking a little bit there. Not threaded on there right. And it's coming right around this bottom. You just want to make sure everything fits in there nice and square. See what that does here. Yeah, I think that did it. I must have just had it on slightly crooked. Yeah, now we're looking good. Don't see any signs of leaking. Anyway, I got both my water dispensers. I've got the distilled water over here. Since I use the Kool Mist more often, I decided to put it in the middle location there, or on the left. I added a little metal tab between the two shelves just to hold them together and keep them at the same level. I need to mix up some coolant for the bandsaw, so to show you how easy that is, I just come up here and get it down where I can see. Get my half cup, and then I just swing down to the sink. And you can see if I spill anything, it goes right in the sink. Nothing to get messy. Rinse that out a couple of times. Get the last of the oil out. And then we just put the end of the faucet over the bottle, and then you just wait for it to fill up. And it's that easy. Swing the faucet out of the way, screw the cap on the bottle, and take this over to the bandsaw, dump it in the coolant tank. Yeah, so now all I have to do is bring the full jug over to the saw and just dump it in the strainer on the top. And there we go, I'm all finished. All I have left is just one empty jug. I don't have 5 or 6 of them hanging around. And I can go back to cutting now. I was running low on cutting fluid. So yeah, I really like the dual shelf setup. Like I say, this was all scrap wood. It was literally that wide to begin with. And I did end up picking up 2 different styles. I think I like this style better. It's got the tapered ends on it. Now this jug is a little bit longer and the spigot sticks out farther versus this jug is more rectangular. It doesn't have any taper on the sides. It just comes straight up the side and then it's straight across the front. So I think I like this one a little better, but they both seem to work. They're both made by Aero Plastic. They also make 1¼ gallon dispensers that are the same size as these, but they're half the width. So you could actually get two 1¼ gallon dispensers side by side if you wanted to do that. And yeah, a quick follow-up from the first video. Had a few viewer comments and questions. So one viewer suggested that I add a tie-down strap over the water dispensers. So I've got some screw eyes into the shelf on both sides, and then a strap over the top. So that's pretty secure. And then had some concerns that these shelves and the water dispensers would get damaged or destroyed if any work had to be done on these pipes or on the water heater over here. I purposely made these real easy to take down. All you need to do is unhook the strap, you lift both dispensers out, set them down someplace, and then there's 6 screws that hold that shelf on, there's 7 screws that hold that shelf on, and then there's 2 screws that hold the 2 shelves together. So in probably about a minute you can have those unscrewed from the wall and take them off and then work on the pipes or work on the water heater. Yeah, they're designed to be easily removed if you need to. And I've been using some of the 1¼ gallon water dispensers for a number of years, and I haven't had any problem with these failing, but we'll see. They don't get any sunlight in here. There's no direct sunlight, no UV. But anyway, hopefully that answers some of those questions and comments. Good suggestion on the tie-down strap. That was easy to do. I had leftover screw eyes from another project. I'd taken those out of something I built a number of years ago, and I reused those, and I had a couple of those little straps, and that should keep things in place. Any questions or comments, post up in the comment section down below. And as always, thanks for watching.